and welcome to another Miniature Realms video. This is a little bit of an unboxing. There's a few of them on the channel already. I picked up a couple of things the other day. In fact, it's not quite true. I picked up some bases from Renedra. I quite like plastic bases when I can use them rather than MDF. I don't know why, I just like plastic bases. But anyway, I was picking up some bases that I needed for another project, and I think it's £20 for the free shipping. So I thought, well, I had a couple of things in mind that I wanted to get for my bolt action project, namely needing some buildings, and I was looking at Foreground. They do some really nice pre-painted MDF style buildings. Already have something similar, but they look a little bit cartoonish, which is okay for some periods of history and things, but because I'm going very kind of gritty and weathered with the look for bolt action, I wanted to go with something a little bit more grim and realistic. And I know they did these Afghan houses. Now they're not quite the right area of what I need. They're not quite North Africa, but I feel like they're going to be close enough, and no one's really going to question them when they're on the table. So I've got a desert map for my North African campaign. I'm doing a British 8th Army project at the moment, and there's some videos on the channel for that. So if that's something that interests you, have a little look at those. I'll pop a little link in the description below or something. But anyway, I wanted to pick up these. I had my eye on these 2-story houses. You can buy them individually, and you can get them in this little set. I think the set is about £18–20 or something for the three, which is really, really good value. And I just picked up some sandbags on top, which again are about £8 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, let's have a little look at them. Let's open this up rather than cutting away. It shouldn't take me too long. Now, I wouldn't normally buy such things as plastic sandbags. You get a lot of them on sprues. They're easy enough to make with green stuff. But I also have lots of projects on the go. I enjoy painting, and green stuffing sandbags is probably not the highest on my priority, though. But looking at the amount of flash on these, I may well take a little bit of time cleaning them up. Would I normally spend sort of £7–8 on some plastic sandbags? Probably not. But it's just a good way of adding some more scattered terrain to the table quite quickly, and to add to the cart to kind of make up the free shipping, etc. I think I went comfortably over it anyway. They don't look too bad, actually. Look fine. Yeah, as I said, I appreciate you can make them out of clay, and they look pretty good, especially when they're painted up, and they will be so much cheaper than doing this. But I'm one for convenience and ease. So well, I will build a couple of those up, and we can just see them at the end of the video. But I'll put them to the side for now, and let's look at the main thing. So these Renedra Afghanistan to Middle East 2-story houses. So I think we can just about say North Africa for those. Let's have a little look at the back of the box as well. Just some more examples of them painted. Has the dimensions of the 3 buildings in there. Looks like there's some interiors on the buildings. Whether I paint those or not is another thing. And you can get separate accessories for the mud bricked house. You can have the little dome and things. I didn't purchase those. I'm hoping that this will generally be enough for the basic table I'm doing. So, little card, nicely produced. Looks very simple to build together. So yes, there are internals. And it looks like you've got a removable roof, so I'll have to make a decision about whether I want to paint the internals or not. It will definitely slow down the painting project. I'm tempted just to glue it all together. I've got some accessories and stuff as well, so it looks really good. Now, I've had a few products from Renedra before. They do some fantastic Dark Age ruins, and those are my first experience with them, and they're just really good and a really good value compared to some of the other companies out there. Let's move on the side, and we can look at a sprue at a time. Yeah, you've got carpets and things moulded in here. It's really good, like a sofa type thing, and a pan, some lovely little bits of detail. It'd be a shame to sort of beams underneath. Must be a shame to not paint the interior, but we'll see. That's the same sprue again and again, and then the outside of the buildings. I don't think that the not knocking the paint, whoever painted them. I think that might be realistic, but it just makes them look a little bit flat. Doesn't seem to pick up the texture. Looks like it's dry brushed on or something, but actually it's on the model here. Looks really good. It's really, really easy to get together, I imagine, he says. I haven't built them yet, but they look very, very simple kits. So this one's slightly different. And that one's the same, and this is the smaller one. Yeah, they're really nice, aren't they? Well, I'm really impressed with those. Simple, great value. I'm going to have 3 buildings to sling on the table. They'll be incredibly quick to paint if I don't do the interiors. We shall see. What I'll do is I'll cut away now. I'll build at least one of these. We'll come back and you can see what it looks like when it's all built. And here we are. So I just ended up building it all in the end. Didn't take too long. About an hour and a half, I think. I was watching a video in the background on YouTube. In fact, it was Don Boots on the Table watching his a 15mm black powder American Civil War battle report. So I kept watching that while I was doing it. It kept me entertained. But they're pretty simple and easy to go together. So this is 2 of those sprues. You can buy them one on their own, or buy them as a set of 2 of the sandbags. You know what? After saying it's cheaper to make your own, I'm not so sure it is. I think it'll be quite a bit of green stuff. It probably is a little bit cheaper to make your own, but for £7 for the 2, around £7 for the 2 sprues, I'm very happy with the amount I made. They're pretty good. They went together really, really easily. Had some horrible mould lines on them, but when it's terrain, I don't mind being a bit rough with taking them off. I've put a couple on here. I didn't use all of the ladders and doors and the inside bits, like the sofas and stuff from the 3 buildings, a little extras. So I just made one barricade that like had been made out of some of the interior. So I've put a couple of sandbags on there as well. So it's just, spread out. That's actually quite a bit of scattered terrain. But let's move those to the side anyway, because the main part of this video is to look at the buildings themselves. So you get 3 buildings. The roof's just coming off. I did leave the roofs unglued in the end, so you can see the interiors. Did a little bit of a mixture of builds, but there's basically 3 slightly different heights. Essentially, they're the same. Let's look at them one by one. So they went together pretty easy. There's a little bit of filling I'm going to do, but they really easy to do. I used plastic glue. I used the thick Tamiya cement rather than the extra thin. Just, you can see a few glue shiny marks around the edges, but that will be gone once it's primed. I have done a bit of filling with the glue, so there's still a couple of areas where the gaps are just a little bit too big. You can have the doors open, glue closed. Your internal here, you can I don't know if you're able to see it really well, but you can see that there's the rugs on the floor. There's a little sofa and a little a poof, I think that my gran would have called one of those when we had one in the living room as a kid. There's like a bowl for, I don't know, food or something as well. But it's just added little extras. You don't need them in there, yeah, I don't think it'll be too hard to paint them a slightly different colour, especially if you whack some contrast paint on them or something like that. But yeah, the roofs you can leave so they come on and off. So I've got a ladder built into that one. And you could place models underneath the building as well if you wanted to say they're inside but on the lower floor. So pretty good. I'm not going to spend loads of time doing the interiors, but I will have a quick go at them. Next one, more of the same really. They're all the same parts. So I've glued the door open on there and another closed door at the back. You can have them open both sides. This one I have got a lower internal ladder. With the first one I glued the hatch shut. Again, a couple of the things on the inside. This one, roof, hatch shut. So just a bit of variety, and you can obviously swap the roofs between themselves. And then the final one, I've got it so it looks like the door's been knocked off its hinges slightly. And then node all the other side, and I've even hacked away at where the hinge marks would be, so it's like it's been knocked off completely. A little bit less inside. I kept the sofa out of that one, and the ladder goes on the top in that one. But overall, I'm really impressed with these. Really nice, simple kits. Great value at under £20 for all three. They'll take up, you can spread them out a little bit, they'll take up a decent amount of real estate on a table. Good line of sight blocking. You can get your miniatures in them and under them if you want to play games with them hidden inside, depending on rule systems and things you're using. It doesn't surprise me at all that Renedra do good quality plastics. That's what they do. They are a plastics producing company. And I know I think they produce a lot of the stuff for other companies as well. It's really nice to see a UK company that's producing quality stuff like that as well. Because I know a lot of production gets sent overseas, naturally to China, and maybe with problems with shipping at the moment because of the pandemic and other things. Who knows what will happen? But there are, all my experiences with Renedra have been fantastic. I love their plastic bases and the ranges of the things that they do, and the terrain and stuff they do is fantastic as well. They've got some absolutely beautiful medieval castles, which I'm not doing anything in that scale to need them, but at some point in the future that will be a treat myself to a couple of £100 worth of castle, because these kits are just very well made and I can't imagine they'd be any different. But definitely recommend these. Anyone needs any kind of Middle Eastern, Afghanistan, I'm using them in North Africa style buildings. I suppose you could even adapt them slightly to be sort of Spanish buildings or South American buildings, maybe Peninsular War and so there's all kinds of different things. They're plain enough that you could do a lot with them, but I'm a big fan. Great value, and I feel like I've got started to get some terrain together for bolt action now. If you want to see them painted, I will be painting them fairly soon, I imagine. They will no doubt go on a bolt action project vlog. The project vlog I've got for the 8th Army, so go and check that out on the channel. At the time of recording this, there are 4 of them up. So this might go in vlog number 5, maybe vlog number 6, we'll see. But I will get them painted. So if you want to see what they're like when they're painted, keep an eye out for those. But thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you all soon.